Keith here from pickinglessons.com. Black Mountain Rag. This is such a great tune, great session tune. Key of D for this arrangement. You often hear it in the key of D and the key of A. So we're going to take a look at the key of D here. We're capoed up at fret 2 in standard tuning. So standard tuning, but capo fret 2, string 5 is spiked up to fret 7 there. In a moment, we're going to have a look at part A of this tune in this video. So there are 3 parts, so we'll break down part A first here. But if you head to pickinglessons.com, you'll grab yourself a copy of the tablature. In the member section there, we'll break down the remainder of the tune, and you'll have some play along and backing tracks there also. Okay, let's start out having a look at part A. So the ideas in each section are fairly straightforward in terms of, well, we've got 4 bars that kind of repeat to give us 8 in this A section. Both halves of that 8 measures are pretty much very similar. So we start out with this idea that we're playing around with this little theme that resolves down to the C there, and then the second half is very, very similar. So let's have a look at what's going on here. We're going to be playing up the neck. This arrangement is a bit of a mixture of melodic and Scruggsy style playing. There's a lot of Scruggs rolls going on in there, but we're also playing the melody where appropriate in a melodic way. So we're up the neck here, and we kind of get this melodic passage rolling, but melodic nonetheless. So we've got this position here. We're going to slide from fret 4 into fret 5. And we get to kind of move around in a roll pattern, but it is giving us a melodic line. So there's our opening section, yeah? So the first finger, little finger I'm using there. Then up to that open 5th string. And back and forth from that open and the 7th fret there. So the opening section with the slide, now that slides on the pickup. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we pretty much go into that again, but we pause on that open string, yeah, the open 5th string, before we then pick it up and repeat basically a similar idea, but out of this hand position there, we're going to use that open 5th string to then move into the open position next to the capo. And instead of sliding between that 4th and 5th fret, we're actually going to hammer on down here in the open position. And that will get us into this chord shape here, where our melody sits really nicely. Yeah, so we've come out of move position. There is a double thumb in there on the 3rd string. Yeah, double thumb just to accommodate that. It works out okay, it's no big deal. Otherwise the fingering's pretty straightforward. It is in the tablature though if you want to check it out. And left hand positions in there as well. So there's our kind of opening ideas. So there's our melody there. The second half, we do a very similar thing. We're finished position here. We're going to slide up to fret 5 though, from fret 1. So rather than doing the 4-5 slide, we'll go 1st to 5th. Yeah, and then we pause slightly before we go into basically a repeat of what we've done. The open string there at the end will lead us on to the next melody note for part B. So 2 positions we're working out of. Yeah, sort of a chord position here and our chord position down here. The right hand, we are playing, we're moving through rolls, but giving us a melodic line essentially. And then we do move down as we move down. Kind of get a little bit of single string in there as well where appropriate. So there's our opening section. So 8 measures, but essentially 4 measures that are just repeated with a slight tweak, yeah? So part A. So we are in the key of D, Capo 2. So when you're playing backup chords, you've got your C chord, you've got your G chord, and you'll have your F chord as well. But we are in the key of D, just bear that in mind. We're just capoed up to play that using our C shapes, essentially. All right, so pickinglessons.com, we're going to break down the remainder of this tune. We've got part B, we've got part C. We'll have a look at what's going on there. Plus you've got the backing tracks, the play-along tracks, and the tablature. Pickinglessons.com, I'll see you there.